Namaste students, myself Sunil Kumar from the Department of Computer Science. Today we are moving to the next session based on the chapter SQL commands, and today's our topic is different implementation of different SQL commands. Before that we are moving to the previous session. In previous session we mainly discussed about the SQL operators, different types of SQL operator. Mainly we started with the arithmetic operator, comparison operator, and also with the logical operator. These are the mainly three types of operator what we discussed in the previous session. Arithmetic different operators are there. One is plus, minus, multiplication, division, and also modular division. And if you move to the comparison operator, greater than, less than, greater than, less than, equal to, not equal to, then not less than, not like greater than. These are the different comparison operators we discussed. And also we started with the logical operators and, or, not, in, between, exist, all, any, like, and unique. These are the different logical operator what we discussed in the previous session. And also some SQL commands. Also we discussed with some SQL commands in a previous session. So let us move to topic now. Here in this session we are mainly discussing about alter statement, while implementation of SQL command. In that, first one is alter statement. The table can be modified or changed by using the alter command. If you want to change or if you want to modify the table, then we are making use of alter statement. Alter table, table name. Here remember, alter table is a keyword, alter is a statement, alter, then you have to give the table. Alter table is a keyword, then you have to provide the table name, then you have to provide the table name, any table name, which table name you want to modify, that we have to give. Then when you are going to alter, there are three options are available. Then three options are available. One is add, second modify, and third one is drop. In alter table there are mainly three options are available. Either we can add new column or modify existing column, or we can drop the column or drop the particular column. We can make use of alter table. So the three options are available. Alter table, table name add means it's possible to add the new columns. If you want to add the new column, you have to provide the column name and also with the associate data type. Like that, multiple column can be added. Multiple column can be added for the particular table. And also possible to alter, modify the data or modify the table name. For example, not table name, column name if you want to modify, and also data type is also possible to modify. Modify the data type and also modify the column name, that is possible. Multiple column names also possible to modify. Next one is alter table column name drop. Particular column you don't want. In a table, for example, third column if you don't want means, then we can make use of drop command. Drop is used along with the alter table. These are the mainly three options available in case of alter statement. Next, here is you can see the example. Alter table student. So one table created already in last session I explained the student table. Same example I am taking here. Alter table student. To student table is alter. We are altering the student table. Add. We are going to add address varchar 2 of 30. New column we are going to add. New column we are going to add address. That data type is varchar 2 of 30. So table is altered. You will get the message like that. Table is altered. Then if you want to modify, see, address is created with the 30 size, 30 characters, that I want to change into 40 characters. So you can say second SQL query, you can say alter. So alter table student, alter table student, student is a table name, modify is a keyword. Next is a modify, address space, you can see varchar 2 of 40 means earlier it was varchar 2 of 30, that is 10 character. If you want to, this is modifying the total memory size of the particular column. Modifying the total memory size of the particular column, that is can be possible using the alter table by using the modify. Next, if you want to delete the particular column, address. If you want to delete the particular column address, so alter table student table we are altering and we are dropping the address column. Then we are going to drop the address column. So that is the command is given. This is the example for alter command. Next, using alter table command, following task cannot be performed. It's possible, see, if you use the alter name, then possible to, I told there are three options are possible: adding new column is possible, modifying the existing column is possible, and also deleting the particular column. That is, three options are possible. But if you use the alter table command, following task cannot be performed. It's not possible to perform the following task. One is changing the table name. It's not possible to change the table name. Table name not possible to change, and also not possible to change the column name. Not possible to change the column name is there, is not possible to change. And decreasing the size of a column table if data exists. Whenever data is there in a particular column, then it's not possible to reduce the size. Increasing is possible, but not possible to reduce. And changing the columns data types not possible. From integer to character is not possible, integer to varchar is not possible, but is possible to increase the memory size. Whenever 30 varchar 30 is there, means that is possible to change into 40 or 50, anything. That is, increasing is possible. And whenever data is not there, data is not exist, then is possible to reduce the decreasing size also possible. Or whenever data is there, is not possible to decrease. Whenever data is there, also is possible to increase the total memory space. That is also possible. Mainly changing the table name is not possible, changing the column name is possible, changing the columns data type is also not possible. Next command here, it is drop table. The SQL drop table statement is used to remove the table definitions and all the data index, trigger, constraints and permissions specifications for that table. See, drop table means once you create a table by using the create command that I explained in the previous session, create table command. If you create the table using the create table command, that entire table can be dropped, means it's possible to remove, not deleting. Is actually, we can say, removing the table from the database. Removing the table from the database, that can be possible by using the drop table command. By using the drop table, is possible to remove entire table. Removing the entire table can be possible by using the drop table command. So if you're going to remove the table, all the definitions can be, table definition will be removed, and also all the data, which are all data you stored inside the table, that also can be deleted, or you can say removed. And index, triggers, constraints and also permissions. Sometimes we will, by using the primary key and all, will set the permissions. All that can be deleted. All the specifications can be deleted or dropped by using the drop table command. The syntax is here. You can see the syntax in bold. Drop table. Drop table is a keyword. Drop space table. Then you have to provide the table name. Which table if you want to drop, that table you can give here. You can see the example here. SQL drop table student. Student is the table name. Student is the table name. That table can be dropped. So if you want to drop, only table name is enough, and after that semicolon you have to provide. This is the drop table command. The next important command is insert command. Next important command, that is insert command, that is also known as insert into command. The SQL insert into statement is used to add new rows of data in a data to a table in the database. For example, columns can be added. Columns can be added by using alter table. If you use alter table, new columns can be added. But if you want to add the data, or we can say if you want to add the new rows, no new rows of data if you want to add, then we are making use of insert into statement. Insert into statement, that is used to add the new rows to a table. New rows can be added to the database or table. That is actually known as insert into. There are two basic syntax of insert into statement. Mainly we are using the two basic syntax that I'll explain one by one. Insert into table name. Insert into table name. Then inside the bracket is a general format. Insert into table name. Then inside square bracket is given. Column 1, column 2, column 3, column n column. We don't know what is the total number of columns. So n columns. That is not compulsory. That is not mandatory. Sometimes if you want you can use. Otherwise you can neglect that one. Next we have to provide the values. Values is compulsory. Value 1, value 2, value 3 till value n. Values inside bracket we should provide. Then after that semicolon. This is the syntax to insert the data into a table. Insert into table name. And directly we can use the values. Value 1, value 2, value 3 till value n. The columns are not mandatory. Here first part. Here insert into first part we can see. In first part you can see, easily you can see that insert into table name, then column 1, column 2, column n, or we can say n number of columns, and values value 1 to value n. Here column 1 and column 2 till column n are the column names. That are the column names are names of the columns in the table into which you want to insert the data, in which we are, if you want to insert the data, or for which column. For which column if you want to insert the data, that column names are specified in the column 1, column 2. All the column names, how many column names are there? All the column names you should specify. You may not need to specify the columns in SQL. No need to mention the columns in SQL when you are going to insert. If you are adding values for all the columns of the table. So whenever if you are going to add the data to a table, we are normally adding all the data to the table. So there is no need to mention the column, then no need to mention the column, but make sure of the order of values. Remember, whenever if you are not providing the column name, only values if you are providing, then you have to make sure that order of the column name or column. For example, first name will be the number, second will be the varchar, next will be the date is here, means you have to provide the data in the same order. First you have to give the date only, next which data, which data type is mentioned in first column, that should be the data in first value. So we have to follow the same order to insert the data into a table. So here is the first method. I told there are two methods for insert. The first method here, insert into table name. You have to insert the data into a table name, values value 1, value 2, value 3 till value n, then semicolon. Remember here that columns are neglected, columns are not required. I told that is not mandatory, it's not required always. Whenever if you want you can give. So here insert into table name, directly values, insert into table name. So any table name you can give, then values you can provide n number of values. For example, table contains 7 values, means 7 values should be provided. Example you can see here, insert into student. Insert into student values. First is the register number, so 1401. Next name, then combination, then date of birth, then finally the amount, whatever it is. So that will be added. So if you add like that, then semicolon, then one row will be created. So like that you have to add the different columns. So like that you have to add individual columns. Remember, when you're going to insert the data, at a time it's possible to insert only one column. At a time is possible to insert only one column. That is in case of insert into table. So here is the first method. Here you can see that column part is neglected. That is not required. So that by removing that one, you can use the method 1. So here is the second method. In second method, you can see column 1 is called that columns are added. In first part, that columns are neglected. Second part, columns are added. So when you are going to add the column, after the table name, you have to insert the bracket. You have to provide the different columns. So insert into table name, then brackets. Inside the bracket, you have to provide the different columns. From column 1 to column n, column 1, column 2, column 3, so like that till column n, then all the columns should be separated by the commas. All the columns should be separated by a comma operator. Then you have to provide the values. Here different values are possible. So n value 1 to n value. So whichever columns is specified, all the column values should be specified inside the values. That also should be given inside the bracket. After that, finally we should provide the semicolon. And semicolon is required in all the statements. All the SQL queries, semicolon is required. Here you can see the two examples. Insert into student. Insert into student, register number, name and fees. Register number, name and fees. Then values 1411, Shreya, and 2000, 24,000. So that is like that. Then one more, insert into student, register number, combination, fees. So combination is given that PCM. Remember, if you are using the first method, there are two methods are there. First method and second method. First method, if you are using, you have to insert all the data. You have to insert all the data to the table. Then if you are using the second method, there is no need to insert all the data. Which and all is required, that data only possible to insert. So here table contains all the data, 6 columns are there, but we are inserting only 3 columns. In first and second you can see first table and second table. First table, register number, name and fees is entered. Second column you can see, second insert command you can see that register number, combination and fees. You can see the combinations. The difference you can see. Only there are 6 columns are there, but we are inserting only 3 columns. Means how much data if you want to insert, that means data you can restrict In case of second insert command, we can restrict the total number of data. This is about the insert command, second insert command. The next one is update command. Next one is update command or update query. SQL provide the ability to change the data through update command. If you want to, once you enter the one data in a database, after that you find that is a wrong. After that you find that is a wrong data. Then if you want to update the data, then if you want to update, you have to change that, you have to modify. Normally it's a modify, or we can say if you want to change the particular data, then we are making use of update. Then we are making use of update command. The update command used to modify or update an already existing row or rows of a table. So it's possible to change the or update the data of a particular row, or multiple rows also possible. Multiple rows also possible to modify in case of update command. So here is a command given, update table name. Remember, update table name, update space table name, then set is a keyword. You have to set the column name, particular column name. This column name we have to set the value. For example, one column name you have to set this value, one more column name, one more value. Like that, multiple columns also possible to set, where you have to provide the condition. If you are not providing any conditions, that will be set for entire table. That will be set for entire table. If you set any column name, then that will be affected for the particular column or particular row, we can say. Only one data if you want to mention, then we are making use of where. But if you are not providing the where conditions, then entire table data will be going to change. Then particular column is possible to change, is possible to set the values. So that is actually the update command. Here is the example. Here you can see the example. SQL, first example here, update student, set combination. You have to set the combination CEBA, where register number equal to 1411. Means how it is affected means we are going to update, we are going to set the combination of one student is changed. For example, you want to change from PCMB to science to commerce. So in that case, set combination. We are setting the combination. We have to set the combination of the particular student. The student register number is 1411. Here, the student name or student register number who has the register number 1411. That number, that register number, that combination is going to change. That person's combination is going to change in this case. And second, you can see. Then update student, set name is equal to Akash. Here name you have to set as Akash, where register number is equal to 1412. The particular student register number 1412, that name is possible to change. You are changing the name. In last case I didn't enter the name, but here we are going to change the name, adding the new field. So whenever someday if we use the insert into second method, only we are entering some fields we are neglecting. So in that case, if you want to add the new columns or new data, then we are making use of this command, update command, that will be added the new data or update existing data, or it is possible to add the new data. The next command here it is delete command. The delete command is used to delete the data. Remember, drop command is different, delete command is different. Drop command, that is removing the entire table. Drop command is mainly using the entire, deleting or dropping the entire table structure. So that is, table will be itself will be removed, then you can't find the table. But if you use a delete, that is deleting the particular row. Whenever rows are there, then it's possible to delete the particular row. That is data. Normally the data can be deleted by using the delete command. Table can be deleted by using the drop command. Table can be removed. We are removing the table by using the drop command. But if you use the delete command, that will be deleting the one row. Normally it is a one row, or we can say the table data. Data of the table can be deleted by using the delete command. In SQL, an already existing row or rows are removed from the table using the delete command. By using delete command, either one row or number of rows can be deleted. Delete space table name, where you have to provide the condition. Delete table name, then you have to provide the conditions. Then here condition, any condition you can give, where register number, any register number can be deleted, or particular name should be based on the name you can give condition. Anything is possible. So here an example you can see delete student. You have to delete the student where register number is equal to 1412. Means the student name particular row will be there in 1412. That particular row can be deleted by using the delete command. So like that, not only one row, multiple rows also possible to delete using the delete command. So by here we reach the end of session today. In this session we mainly discussed about the implementing the SQL command. Mainly we discussed here mainly alter command. Alter command mainly three options are there. One is set, add, and also add, then modify, and also drop. The three commands are there in case of alter. Then after that we are discussing the drop command. Drop command is used to drop the table, enter table, or remove the enter table. Then after that we start with the insert command. Insert command, that is used to insert the data. And after that we discuss with the we discuss with the update command. Update command, we have to modify the data. If you want to modify the data, then we are making use of update command. And finally last we discuss with the one more type of command, that is delete command. These are the different commands we discussed in the session. Based on this session, I'll give the worksheet, work out that one. We'll meet in next session. Thank you.